It's already apparent how big a piece of the Indiana Fever puzzle Sophie Cunningham is going to be. We've seen it in the preseason. We've seen it from some of the usage of her, the fact that she is a secondary playmaker beyond Caitlin Clark, maybe more so than she showed off with the Mercury. Obviously, she can shoot the ball. Obviously, she brings a level of energy, defensive intensity. She's pugnacious, if you will. But of course, when she suffered the ankle issue over the weekend, that's concerning when you talk about the beginning of the season. Not overly concerning because it's obviously not a serious injury or one that's going to linger throughout the season, but it does put her status as day to day, as head coach Stephanie White has said and maintained when it comes to the injury updates. But today, there was a bit of an update, I guess you could call it. A serenade update from Sophie Cunningham, at least when it comes to her intentions, as Stephanie White was talking about Sophie. And this is another insight into the kind of energy that Sophie Cunningham brings to the team. So Stephanie White was asked about Sophie Cunningham with her shooting behind her, and I'll let Sophie tell it to you.
She's shooting right behind you. What was Sophie able to do?
Let me on the sideline and talk. That's about all. I'm ready to play. You sat over there and just talk the whole time. I'm going crazy. Yes, she's going crazy. Again, she just continues to be a day-to-day. She makes every 24 hours. She continues to make great progress. So we'll just, it's a long season. So we want to make sure that we're making the best long-term decisions when it comes to her health and wellness and her ability to produce for our team.
Which is, makes sense, obviously, and is the right approach by the Indiana Fever. Nothing wrong with what Stephanie White is saying or how the Fever are approaching it, but you can hear from Sophie that she kind of feels she's ready to play. And you could see in the shot there, didn't look like she was hampered or limited by that ankle. So if today I were making a prediction, I believe that Sophie Cunningham will be in the lineup against the Sky on Saturday. But when she isn't in the lineup, there is something missing, which I thought was interesting when Stephanie White talked about it yesterday.
But, they're competitive and, it felt a little bit different without Sophie out there, just because she brings so much energy and she's like this big bright light that comes in. So that felt a little bit different. But as far as like our attention to detail and our focus and our energy and competitiveness, no.
So that says it all, right? Right there. The energy, what she brings, it's different without her out there. And you can just feel those vibes coming from Sophie Cunningham, whether it's out on the court or around the team. Even in the whole humorous bit around her and Lexi Hull, that has added a little something to the season. Lexi Hull talked about them getting confused. That it's the twin bit that's been running. Even the announcers did it the other day. I personally, other than them being blonde, I don't really think they look that much alike. But, it adds a level of levity to the team. And obviously the personality that Sophie brings is a part of that too.
It's funny, today I got breakfast and like you said, someone said, "Good morning, Sophie." I didn't correct them, just kept moving on with my day. But, that's happened a lot, not only from people just in the city, but also our staff. Like it just things that happen really quick, and especially on film, it's hard. So it's going to be a funny little bit throughout the season.
So let's hope both of the twins are available when the Fever open the season against the Sky on Saturday, because they can really, really use Sophie Cunningham's toughness and Sophie Cunningham's energy, not to mention her ability, but those other factors come into play for the Fever as well.